fool me, we can't get fooled again.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you, sir?
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got.
If you don't like what we tell you to believe in, we'll kill you.
All right, kids. Listen. Podcast,
Don't listen to this.
if you're not of age.
What's of age?
Of age is like you can make your own decisions in life without parental guidance. 18,
16?
18. We're not in Atlanta.
Georgia is 16.
We're not in Atlanta. That's what I said. We're not in Atlanta. This is 18 and up. Look,
Atlanta.
we're a bunch of dudes, and we're going to say some really bad words, and probably some things that might offend you. But
Don't listen to this.
can't wait till you listen.
Yeah, don't.
If
do
you're
it.
18 and up.
Don't do it.
If you're 18 and up.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Conspiracy Podcast.
It is Sean.
And this is Jorge. We got a good one. Continuation from last week.
Part 2.
Part 2, Marilyn Monroe.
Or as Jorge would say, part dos.
If you haven't checked out the last episode, make sure and do that. It got a little dark at the end, but
Yeah, this is not going to make sense if you don't listen to the first one. Like,
yeah, you're gonna be like, what the fuck going on? Why did I tune into this podcast at all?
So here we go. So basically, Marilyn has come back from this upsetting weekend
Super upsetting.
in
I'm
in
upset, and
Calneva.
I wasn't even there.
yeah, Sean's definitely
I was
upset.
very upset.
This is Frank Sinatra's resort home where he has weird parties and, you know what I mean, mob bosses and sex
Frank
parties and
Sinatra's
drugs
home.
and, you
He's
know what I
just
mean?
a slimy motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, he's slimy.
Yeah.
Don't listen to his music.
So she flies back. Okay, so that Monday when she gets back, she places an 8-minute phone call to the Justice Department.
Oh, she did.
Oh,
She
wow.
did, yeah. Nobody knows what was said on that call.
Probably like, just got raped. Like, arrest these men.
So on Thursday, August 2nd, 1962, Marilyn visits the nursery for 4 hours, deciding which trees to plant, what she wants for her new garden. Her psychiatrist, Dr. Greenson, sees her twice that day, once at his office, once at home. That night, she's invited to the Peter Lawford Beach House. And Lawford's friend, Dick Levington, said she came in with champagne wearing the damnedest little outfit.
That sounds like that's a damnedest outfit.
Ready
I
to
know.
party.
Yeah.
So,
Champagne.
Yeah. So that was Thursday. I guess you
Thursday.
have beach parties on Thursday. I haven't had
It must
one.
be cool to be famous and rich. Oh my God.
So on
At work.
Friday, August 3rd, Marilyn tried to call Bobby Kennedy several times, and he was staying in San Francisco at the St. Francis Hotel.
Well, see, now I understand why she was trying to call him.
Yeah.
Like, you have a real reason now.
Yeah. She can't reach him because Kennedy and his family are actually staying with family friends nearby, but like 60 miles south, which is Gilroy. Also that week, Marilyn was starting to clean house of her employees. She fired her drama coach, sending her back to New York. She also told Robert Slatzer that she was planning to get rid of her publicist, as well as firing Dr. Greenson.
Yeah, she needs this. Dr. Greenson guy's useless. Like,
Please,
get this
get rid
guy
of
out of
him.
here.
She was also planning to let go of Eunice, the housekeeper,
Oh.
whom she started to feel like she was being placed into the home so her psychiatrist could spy on her.
Well, yeah, the Eunice chick was like,
yeah.
she was like a tech
Right?
for, yeah,
Yeah.
it's all like collusion with
Yeah.
these guys.
That's right. Okay, so on Friday, August 3rd, 1962, Lawford and Newcomb took Marilyn out to a dinner
Lawford, here he goes again.
at La Scala in Beverly Hills, which is one of her favorite restaurants. A patron there named Billy Travaglia, who knew Marilyn, said she appeared drugged and intoxicated.
God damn it. See, she got no good people around
So
her.
much so that he was friends with her and she didn't recognize him.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So Allegedly, when they returned home, Newcomb and Monroe got into an argument, and she tried to reach Bobby Kennedy again at the St. Francis Hotel in San Francisco.
Dude, this poor girl. She has no stable people around her.
I know.
Everyone's just using and abusing her. This sucks.
She didn't have like
crazy.
a family.
No, she had no family.
No
She has,
son?
Yeah, well, she grew up in foster home. We
Yeah.
talked about it in episode 1. And
Yeah, but I mean, you
part
don't
1.
have like
she has no
you don't
like
have, like,
solid
anybody.
like
No.
people like I can trust these people. Like
Yeah,
these are my
nobody.
trustworthy friends. They got
Yeah.
my back. Like these people.
Yeah.
Everyone was a piece of shit.
Okay, so this is her final day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So 6 a.m. on August 4th, Marilyn phones her friend Jean Carmen and mentions she had received some disturbing phone calls the night before in the middle of the night of people saying things like, leave Bobby alone, and calling her a tramp.
People? Like, we don't know who?
Yeah,
We
this
don't know.
random, those are random humans.
Like prank calls.
Yeah.
You know, coming in.
Stop calling Bobby.
Leave Bobby alone.
Bobby doesn't want to hear from you. Shut up.
Yeah. It's not Bobby's fault. It's your fault.
I'm not Bobby. You're Bobby. Stop calling me.
Stop calling Bobby. Yeah. You're the whore, not Bobby.
Bobby's safe.
Yeah. So when asked to describe Marilyn's demeanor on the call, Jean said she sounded nervous and exhausted. During that conversation, Marilyn requested that Jean come over, but it was Jean's birthday, so she told her that she would see him on Sunday. So at 8 a.m., so a couple hours later, the housekeeper, Eunice, arrives for her workday at Marilyn's home at 5th Helena Drive. Murray claimed Monroe was already awake, and the handyman also showed up at that time.
Okay.
Okay. 9 a.m., Marilyn drinks a grapefruit juice and informs the housekeeper that her agent, Pat Newcomb, has spent the night with her.
Okay.
Norman Jeffries, the handyman, later recounted events of the day, saying Marilyn came into the kitchen around 9 a.m., wrapped in a bath towel. She was pale and looked tired. She looked sick.
Yeah.
10 a.m., Larry Schiller stops by to discuss Marilyn's upcoming nude photo shoot from the set of Something's Gotta Give that would appear in Playboy.
Ooh.
He claimed Marilyn was outside doing gardening when
Got
he
to
came
research
up.
on that one, Sean.
We're gonna check this out.
Yeah.
We're going to do heavy research on that one.
I feel bad. I can't even do it because like poor girl. Like this is so.
I know,
fucked up.
right?
Like,
I know.
Now you don't
That's
feel
true.
it.
Now
you
it's
don't
like-
feel it.
yeah.
You don't
She's
feel
not.
the
I
vibe.
can't even look at her
After you
sexually
find
anymore.
out
I'm like,
about
this
this,
is
like,
too
yeah,
fucked
you don't
up.
feel the vibe
Like I have a
anymore.
daughter, and like
Yes.
I can't even
Yeah.
like. It's too gross.
So he claimed that Marilyn was outside doing gardening when he came up the walkway. After a brief conversation about the nude photo shoot, Marilyn said she wasn't sure if she wanted to further her reputation as a sex object.
Good. That's good for her.
So she said no.
Smart. I
Yeah.
think it's a smart play.
Okay. So 11 a.m., Marilyn's bedside table is delivered and she writes a check for it. Marilyn also ordered some citrus trees. Pat Newcomb finally woke up at a fucking noon. Whatever that is.
No responsibilities.
Yeah.
It's her agent. He's like, where
Yeah.
the fuck am I?
honestly,
He wakes up at noon.
sometime at noon.
What the fuck?
It's a girl, by the way. It's Pat.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, it's a chick.
Yeah, it's Pat.
Oh, that was a dude.
No,
Yeah,
it's
me
Pat.
and
It's
Sean
like that, it's like that
Newcomb.
movie.
Yeah,
It's
we're-
bad.
Yeah, we're thinking they
Are
were like
you sure
boning
it's a
all
girl?
night and like
So Eunice offered her breakfast, during which Newcomb and Marilyn woke up feeling cranky, and the pair argued about Marilyn not being able to sleep well.
I
Newcomb,
haven't seen a shut up, bitch. Like, what they
bitch, you slept
arguing
until 12. What?
I've been up since 6.
I slept great.
I called Bobby like 5 times.
God, what are they arguing about?
So Newcomb planned to spend the afternoon with Marilyn lounging by the pool, then join actor Peter Lawford and his wife Patricia Kennedy
God, Peter
for
Lawford.
dinner.
Damn it, Peter.
Both Murray and Jenkins would later reveal the actual cause of the argument was Newcomb's close friendship with the Kennedys, not just a lack of sleep.
So her agent was tight with the Kennedys.
Yes.
Oh, and the Kennedys were probably like, yeah, make her do the new photo shoot. Discredit her. She's gonna be like, fucking, she's gonna be whore. And like, they'll never believe it. You know, it's totally possible.
Okay, so at 1 o'clock that afternoon, a barrage of phone calls came in, as well as a mail delivery of a stuffed animal with no note.
I love a barrage.
But apparently it upset Marilyn. So she got like a teddy bear.
Oh, maybe it was like
and then she's like,
it's probably
there's
like
no note and whatever.
maybe it was like a symbol. They probably
Yeah.
like some sort of symbol like ooh.
2 o'clock comes around. Norman Jeffries, the handyman, was loading his work tools in his truck when Eunice came out of the house telling him that she had also been fired by Marilyn,
That's right. And she said she was going to fire.
She was gonna do it.
This bitch is useless.
saying Marilyn expected Eunice to be gone by the end of the day. Norman offered to help Miss Murray pack up her belongings and wondered if he would be too tired, but Marilyn had gone back. Okay, 3 o'clock. Mechanic Henry D'Antonio
D'Antonio.
and his wife arrive with Mrs. Murray's car that he has recently repaired. Murray brings them into the kitchen and tells them that Marilyn is resting in her room. So 4:30, Marilyn's psychiatrist, Dr. Greensick,
I thought she fired this guy too.
she hadn't done it yet. She was
God
planning to.
Damn it. She's
Right.
got to
She's
fire these
planning to.
people. She'd have fired them months ago. She'd be
right?
fine.
I know. 4:30 p.m., Marilyn's psychiatrist, Dr. Greenson, conducts a therapy session with Marilyn. It has been reported that during that time, Greenson told Marilyn to drink a Coke and take a drive and go to the beach for a walk.
I thought it was like drink a Coke and drink these pills. Trust me.
7 p.m., Joe DiMaggio calls.
Joe, stand-up guy. It's like 10 years later. I still care
I got
about you,
chicken
girl.
Joe DiMaggio calls and tells Marilyn he ended his engagement with his current fiancée. Marilyn and Joe remained good friends after the divorce, and she was pleased with the news, and it was like an upbeat phone call.
He's like, I told she was big.
Yeah.
I believe
It was like,
her.
I feel like for Joe, it was, I loved her.
But I don't,
didn't
not
work
like
out.
not like I loved you.
Yeah, but I like it didn't work out, but I love you forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, he's still,
Yeah.
dude. The fact that he went to he tried to stay where Frank Sinatra was, like he tried to
like,
get
fix
in.
it. Yeah.
No, he
tried
was
to-
that guy.
he's like-
He knew it was up. He was like, some sketchy
Yeah,
shit's going
yeah.
down. I need to be there.
Yeah. You know, actually, on a side note, what I did hear was that after Marilyn died, every month he went to her grave and put flowers forever.
Oh man,
Really?
That's fucking sweet.
Yeah.
That's sweet as shit.
Stand-up guy. Once
That's a
again.
stand-up guy.
Joe DiMaggio.
Hey, buy Joe DiMaggio paraphernalia. Like
Yeah.
this guy's a good guy.
Get a little autograph
Yeah.
ball, send it in.
Burn all your Frank Sinatra albums. Fucking God, that guy.
Okay, so conflicting reports come in, but at 8 o'clock state that Marilyn called Dr. Greenson to inform him about the call about DiMaggio. So she's telling her psychiatrist about every action.
Who she's firing.
Yeah, she was calling. Yeah.
She said she was going to fire this
I
guy.
know.
Why are you telling him this
I know.
information?
But she was just telling him, hey, it was a great phone call. And,
maybe-
play by play.
I know. Why
No
tell
wonder
him?
he's rich.
I know. I'm charging by the second.
Yes.
Like, every second I talk to you, it's money.
But apparently that she also asked about more Nimbutal.
What the fuck is that?
is
Like
a
some drug?
barbiturate.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, see, she's trying to numb the pain because she's got all this fucked up
Yeah.
shit that's happened
Yeah,
to her,
she-
and she
but-
doesn't want to feel it.
So
Like,
apparently, though, per Greenson, that he wasn't aware that she was still taking it because he stopped prescribing it.
sure he did.
So she
I
wanted
highly
more
doubt
of
he
it.
stopped prescribing it.
Okay, so between 8 and 9 o'clock that night, Peter Lawford calls Marilyn and asks her if she's still planning on attending his dinner party.
Peter Lawford.
She had previously agreed to it, but she said that she would leave early as she's supposed to have a busy day the next day. Lawford claimed Marilyn sounded weird, fuzzy, and sleepy on the call and said she was tired and wouldn't be going to the party. It wasn't unusual for Lawford to hear Marilyn's voice sound like that, so he figured she was either drunk or she was about to go to sleep and taking her pills. But the weird part is, at the end of the conversation, Marilyn said the following. She said, say goodbye to Pat, say goodbye to the president, and say goodbye to yourself because you're a nice guy.
Oh, whoa.
That's definitely a lie, but
Marilyn's
so
hairdresser
she knew
later
what's
said,
up.
Yeah, Marilyn's hairdresser later said that Monroe called him 2 times claiming both Lawford and Kennedy had been at her house and threatened her that day.
Oh, I bet they have. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
See, Lawford sounds like this guy's got no backbone. He does what he's told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a worker ant
Right. Yeah.
working for the Kennedys.
Okay, so at 9:30, now we're at 9:30 at night, August 4th. Her entertainment lawyer, Milton Rudin, calls the house around this time to check on Marilyn. It seems he received a call from Peter Lawford
Oh, of course she
being
did.
concerned So
See,
he was concerned by that last statement.
Peter Lawford's
right?
setting the table. He's checking all the ducks. He's like, I don't know. I'm a little worried. She said a little sleepy on the phone. You know what I'm saying?
So Rudin is told by Mrs. Murray, the housekeeper, that Marilyn is in bed, 9:30.
Wait, okay, real quick. Just interject, because Peter Lawford just said it wasn't weird to him that she sounded that way on the phone because he thought she was either
Drinking
or about to go to
pills,
sleep. And then he's going to call Laura. I'm worried about her.
That's true.
Sketchy. This is
That's
fucking
true.
conflicting information.
It wasn't
That's
weird
true.
that she sounded like that, but what she said was weird.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, like, say goodbye to
The say
everybody.
goodbye thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's all
Say
over.
goodbye.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Okay, so Arthur Jacobs, which was also another publicist of Marilyn's, his wife Natalie, she recalled that night that she was out at the Hollywood Bowl. Her and Arthur were notified at 10:30 p.m. that they needed to go to Marilyn's house. 10:30.
Okay.
Okay, so she went home.
Yeah.
They left the Bowl, which is like a restaurant place or whatever, and Arthur went to Marilyn's house. Of which, so she went home and he went there.
Okay.
Okay, this is not in any police report.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Okay, so now this is the gap that nobody knows what happened.
Oh, between 10:30
10:30 and 3 a.m.
That's a pretty wide gap. That's almost 5 hours.
So 3 a.m. and this is what Eunice Murray says, the housekeeper.
Yeah, who I don't trust
I
at
don't
all.
trust this
Right.
woman
Eunice
at all.
is a piece of shit.
I don't trust Eunice.
her.
Yeah. I actually agree
Her
with
name
you.
is Eunice.
I don't agree with you at all. Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
And she was like going to be fired. She was supposed to be gone that day.
She was supposed to be gone that day. Why are you still there?
Why are you still there?
3 a.m. is the next
Honestly,
day.
Actually, I agree
It
with
is
you.
the next
That is
day.
a great point. That is a
Like,
great point.
you were fired, bitch.
Yes.
Get off the premises.
She's like, can I just stay the week?
even the handyman's like, I'll
Yes.
help you with your shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
get the
no,
fuck out of here.
I'm a stay. I'm
Yeah.
okay.
She'll change her mind.
So
trust me.
here's the report. 3 a.m. Around this time, Eunice Murray woke up with an uneasy feeling.
Yeah, because she was fired and she shouldn't be there.
That's
She's
the
trespassing.
statement. That's the statement. An uneasy feeling. When do
Uneasy.
you wake up at 3 a.m. Go, I feel
I'm
uneasy.
uneasy. Yeah,
I have
exactly.
an
You know what?
uneasy feeling. Let me go check on her.
I feel uneasy when I have to poop at 3 a.m. so I go handle it.
So she saw a sliver of light underneath Marilyn's bedroom door, but when
sliver
she
of light.
knocked, there was no answer. Upon trying to open the door, she discovered it was locked. She then called Dr. Greenson, who arrived
Your first call.
Come on.
who arrived shortly thereafter and broke into Marilyn's room through the window, and she found Marilyn nude in her bed, dead.
This is so sketch. This is so fucked up. This is
OD or what?
50 minutes later, 50
minutes.
50.
And you're in Brentwood.
50 minutes later, Dr. Hyman Engelberg, which is Marilyn's physician,
Right.
arrives at the home and officially declares Marilyn dead.
They don't call there's no
Wow.
fucking ambulance? Like,
Yeah.
They call the police?
Hear me out. 4:25 a.m.
So that's an hour and 15 minutes later.
the
25 minutes later.
LAPD arrives.
Jesus, where the fuck were they?
And the phone records are Dr. Engelberg stating Marilyn Monroe has died. She's committed suicide. I'm Dr. Hyman Engelberg, Marilyn's physician. I'm at her residence. She's committed suicide.
So he said he committed suicide twice.
Hmm.
Engelberg.
So the coroner's official cause of death was probable suicide, with the autopsy stating acute barbiturate poisoning.
Well, yeah, for sure. I mean,
Marilyn had ingested an inordinate amount of barbiturates, possibly in the range of 50 pills.
damn, that's a lot of
Wow.
pills.
Even with her high tolerance of Nubental, that was enough to kill the
Elephant.
average person many times.
Yeah.
Marilyn's funeral was then held August 8th, and she died.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Dude, man, I got a lot to say about this.
So that's the whole story of Marilyn Monroe, right? And so before we jump into conspiracies, we're gonna go. We're just gonna go. We're gonna cover a couple that I just marked as strange things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when LAPD arrived at fucking
17 hours later.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So Sergeant Jack Clemens noted that there was no glass found in her room.
Oh, he said he broke in through the window.
Yeah.
How did he break in?
Oh yeah.
No, there was no glass. Like
What do you mean?
there was no cup.
Oh, so you can't take 50
You can't
pills
take 50
dry.
pills dry.
You can't take 50 pills
No.
dry.
That's the argument.
No way. 50 pills? Dude,
There's no cup.
No, that's a great point. Holy
Yeah.
shit. I didn't.
There's no way you're downing 50 pills dry.
No, and you're not gonna go. You're not gonna go to the sink and like
Yeah.
drink in a sink. You're gonna sit in your bed.
Yeah.
You're like, is this done? I'm gonna be comfortable.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. No, that's a great point. That's an excellent point, actually.
Yeah. I mean, you would vomit.
Oh, dude, 100%.
Yeah.
You would vomit after 3.
Dude, your
No, maybe 5.
No, your body would refute it. Your
Yeah.
body would literally be, get the fuck out of my.
Yeah.
We're we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. The other part of this that is strange is that the room was locked. I mean, maybe that's privacy. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. The locked,
the locked is not as bad.
Get past the
There's not
locked
as much.
door.
It's more
Like-
there's nothing to drink.
Like I lock my door.
So the deputy coroner, Thomas Noguchi, conducted Monroe's autopsy the same day. On
At
August,
least
on
they
August
did
5th.
an autopsy.
Yeah,
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
I know we did the
Oh my God.
Mary Jo Kopechne.
Oh my
no
God.
autopsy.
She
Yeah.
died. The fucking ask questions.
It's done.
So the
Why go through the
My
trouble?
parents just bought a new house in Nantucket.
this wire transfer.
I know, it's like weird.
Yeah.
No, it's insane. I was owed that money.
So the LA coroner's office was assisted in the inquest by psychiatrists Norman Fairbairn,
Why was there a psychiatrist?
Robert Littman, and Norman Tabichnik.
Tabichnik.
Yeah. And he was from the LA Suicide Prevention Center. And he interviewed Monroe's doctors, psychiatrists, all about the mental state, etc. But based on the evidence of the advanced state of rigor mortis at the time of her body was discovered, it was estimated by them that she died between 8:30 and 10:30.
What the She was told at 10:30.
So let's go back to it, right?
Dude, holy shit.
Yeah, go back on the timeline here.
So back on the timeline, remember when the publicist was called?
Yeah.
At 10:30.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't know what was happening. That's the problem, is there's this gap. 9:30 to 3 a.m. There's a gap.
But they're like, she died at 8:30? Dude, there's some
Between 8:30 and 10.
there's some shit
30
afoot.
or whatever it
There's some-
was.
There's some sketchy shit afoot.
yeah.
Plus, they could be wrong. I mean, they could be off. They could
I mean,
be,
it's pretty.
Right?
It's accurate within an hour.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
It's pretty accurate. Like within like an hour. Like
So the toxicology report concluded that the cause of death was acute barbiturate poisoning. The police found empty bottles of these in her bed.
oh yeah.
There were no signs of external wounds or bruises or anything like that.
Oh yeah, it's really it's really easy to give someone else. You can crush up pills to a person who's already passed the fuck out, like on barbiturates.
Yeah.
yeah.
Punch him in the face, and she was like, oh, fucking,
So-
No, but there was no bruises, no nothing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
So-
you could have like it's
Right,
easy.
right.
It's easy enough to have someone already fucked up on drugs, and you're pulling some drugs in your mouth, more drugs in your mouth. And they're like,
Pour them drugs.
I mean, God, she got
And let me
raped
take
by
the cup.
she got raped by a mob boss. Like,
know.
my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
oh, so bad.
I know it's so bad.
I know, it was really bad.
Even saying it makes
I
me feel
know,
bad.
right?
I feel terrible.
So the findings of the inquest were published on August 17th, and they said it was a probable suicide. The possibility of an accidental overdose was ruled out because the dosages found in her body were several times over the lethal limit.
I don't accidentally take 50 pills.
Yeah, and
Whoopsies.
and it had been taken in one gulp or a few gulps or over a minute. So
Wait, so they ruled out accidental
yes,
overdose, right? So
Yes.
it
They were
could
like
be a suicide. or it could
intentional
be-
suicide.
intentional
or
suicide.
It could
intentional-
totally be.
Yeah.
And
Well, there's not unintentional suicide.
accident. Well, that'd be accidental.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
they ruled
right.
that
True,
shit
true,
out.
true.
But I mean, the idea here is that they also went through it, and she is a case. She's years of depression, drugs, missing father, rape. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of things that
There's
you
a
can just
lot.
stack up
Yes, you
and,
stack
and
up.
justify.
That's
Yeah.
right, of why she killed herself compared to
Compared to like
Something.
living my best life, just killing
Yes.
it, just so my company. You know, like-
That's right. But what's really weird is the guy who did the autopsy in 1983, he published a memoir, of course.
Of course he did.
He published a memoir in which he discussed Monroe's case and the allegations of discrepancies that were in the autopsy. For example, they didn't really find the pills that were in her stomach.
Didn't they dissolve?
The toxicology report showed that they were in her
Bloodstream.
but there was nothing in her stomach.
Oh, so you're saying she could have been injected?
No food, nothing.
Oh, there was nothing at all.
Zero.
Weird.
Emptied out.
Oh, that's
That
weird.
is weird.
It's weird.
Think maybe it's a little injectamundo. Hit her
Well, they
up.
probably would have found.
I don't know. Hit her in the toes. They don't check that
I don't
shit.
know.
There's
Yeah.
no reason to check that shit. Or they like hit her with the liquid. They could.
I mean,
That's
there's
just
many
weird.
theories like that she was giving herself enemas and like weight loss. And,
and they'll spike the enema.
and then or no, but that the enema cleared out her system, and so that's why it was empty.
But the enema doesn't clear out your stomach. The enema clears out
Yeah,
your
it's true.
bowel system.
True. Yeah.
It's not about your stomach. It doesn't like go all the way into your stomach. So, give that cheeseburger out of there.
I mean, so he said that one of the reasons why that maybe her stomach was empty was that
She didn't eat.
she had
That's
been
one theory.
she had been and she had been an addict. So her body was accustomed to just absorbing it.
I mean,
so multiple hours would go by, and you would take the pills, and then
it's also
absorbed.
like the thing that
Do you know
like
what I
I
mean?
get about. I don't know how like advanced pills work back there. It's like you take an Advil, that shit like disintegrates like
Yeah.
instantly. And it was also
But 50?
that's a
50's
lot of
a lot.
pills. That's hella
Oh my
pills.
God.
That's
That's
hella
a
pills,
lot.
dude.
Even if it was 40, even if they were
Even if
wrong,
it was 10.
even if they were wrong about it, and they're like,
That's a lot of
yes,
pills.
Yeah. But in '83, in his memoirs, he said he still concludes that she probably committed suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Yeah.
I can see that as I can see that as totally as a possibility for sure. Totally.
Okay. And then the last thing before we jump into conspiracy theories is that
Yes.
so there have been interviews that were done later that said that she didn't die there.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean? Where did she die?
I know. So there was an interview done with a former ambulance driver named Ken Hunter. And he says he went into the house and he was working for some an ambulance. So it's like a privatized ambulances.
Well,
Right.
ambulances are privatized.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
still to this day.
Yeah, so it was called Schaefer Ambulance,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so Ken Hunter says he was called and he took the ambulance there and he went into the house and Marilyn was on her side and they brought her into the ambulance and she was still alive.
What time? Did he say what time it was?
He didn't say what time.
Yeah, but that's just one guy. Like,
He's just trying to get
It's not
famous.
one
Trying
guy.
to get
It's
famous.
I need my 15
It's
minutes.
not just one guy, it's six.
What? 6?
Oh, really?
6?
Yeah.
Who's the other 5?
Oh, yeah, you
People
just
who worked
mentioned
at
one.
the ambulance company.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
so
fucked up.
it says he
Whoa.
went into the house and she was on her side and then they put her in the ambulance and she was
Oh,
comatose.
dang. You get like he's not gonna pick her up.
Yeah, so they said she was comatose.
but she was alive.
She was alive.
Right.
They went to the hospital, but now this is the weird part.
They went to the hospital.
They went to the. This is weird.
Well,
Ken
yeah.
Hunter says they went to Santa Monica Emergency.
Okay.
Okay. So then the owner of Schaefer Ambulance was interviewed later, and they said that Marilyn was alive in the ambulance and died on the way to St. John's Hospital.
Okay, but they're saying
Then-
she was dead on contact.
Yes.
What the
Then-
fuck? This
then-
Well,
fucking-
they didn't say that.
Then the ambulance turned around.
Her physician.
yeah, but not the ambulance
no, not
company.
the
We're talking about
ambulance,
the
yeah.
ambulance company
Yeah.
right now.
So then the ambulance turned around,
and dropped her back off.
went
at home?
back to the house,
What?
dropped her back off.
No way.
No fucking way.
What the fuck?
We don't want no part of this.
They're like, we can charge.
Take it back.
We can charge double fee if we just take her back home. No
Damn.
way. And the fact that there's multiple humans who are there.
because there's driver, there's owner, there's
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 the guys in
CPR
the
guy,
back. Yeah, like
there's the,
and they all
gurney and shit.
collaborate
all
on the
said-
same story.
Here's what they said: they didn't collaborate on the same story. They collaborated that their
went-
ambulance went to Marilyn's house, and then they brought her to
a hospital. But the fact that
Not
like her
the fact that they brought her back.
No, that
but
was
the
just
fact,
the owner.
Uh-huh.
That was the Schaefer ambulance.
No, but the fact that in the story,
Walt Schaefer.
her physician
Yeah.
called the police, so she's dead. She's dead. She committed
Suicide.
She committed suicide twice. She committed
very,
suicide.
like-
She's a suicider. Like it just kept saying it. Like what the.
Yeah.
After the psychologist,
We got a suicider here. She committed suicide. and,
Suicide.
you know, we need you to come and
I know, like,
check
what
out
the
the suicider here.
Like what the. And then like
Yeah.
and then
Make
it was
sure,
like,
make sure you document it as a suicide, though.
and that was after Eunice was. Oh, I think I'll call the psychiatrist
Fucking
to come
Eunice.
check out the locked
Fucking
door.
Eunice. I know.
Fucking Eunice.
So that's the story of Marilyn Monroe.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Oh, poor Marilyn. God damn it. Poor Marilyn.
I know. Actually,
So- I feel so
Well,
bad
there's a
for
bunch
her.
of shit that I didn't know. Let me
There's
tell you.
so much shit.
Like,
yeah. So now you know the story.
Yeah, I'm hoping that you guys listening, like, also, you know, learn some new shit here. Like,
Dude, I learned a lot of this shit.
yeah,
Yeah. So there's quite a few conspiracies. I
bet there
bet
is.
you could already
I got a couple
tell
right
me-
now. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
I just
So-
created some.
So the main ones are the first and foremost is that the Kennedys did this.
Like it said,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
nuked her.
And there's, I mean, I have tons of this stuff, but I don't even need to
we're already
go.
in.
Yeah,
Like, we're
I don't need to
dialed
go.
in.
It's kind of somebody had said, I was reading about how not a lot of people know where Bobby was that night. And apparently there's some reports that Bobby was there that night.
Oh, Bobby told his wife, like, I'm going to
her
McDonald's.
house. At her house.
I'm going to McDonald's, babe. I'll be right back. Like,
Yeah.
fucking Gonzo.
Yeah.
really.
And it's such a bummer to me because I love
I
Bobby.
like Bobby. I thought Bobby was a good guy. I thought he was a good guy.
I know.
I
But it
thought
gets-
JFK was a good guy, but he had multiple
No, but
mistresses. What a
but
fucking
also,
piece of
also
shit.
we just spend hours talking about the negative stuff.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I mean, the negative stuff's pretty negative, though.
I know.
It's not like it's not
true.
like it's like
I know.
you can like spin it in a good
I
light.
know.
Everybody already knew about the positives. We shed some light
Yeah.
on the negative today.
It's like, yeah, they were cool, and then they were both fucking
Yeah.
the same chick, and they're both married. And just
Yeah.
like, oh,
So there's a couple. I mean, the main conspiracies are that she was just getting too loud.
yeah, Kennedys couldn't have it.
Just getting too loud.
No, Papa Joe's like, you gotta shut it down.
She's
Shut
like,
it down.
she's like,
Loud, too out of
I'm gonna do a
control,
press
like-
conference. I'm
yeah,
gonna do
she said,
this.
I have a lot to
Yeah.
say. Remember, she
Yes.
said, I have a lot
That's
to
right.
say.
That's right.
A lot
Yeah.
to say about them Kennedys.
Yeah.
There's
The
a lot
Kennedy
of them.
boys.
There's 200 of them. You
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
watch their back.
And then the other one is that night in Sinatra's place.
Yeah, with the mob boss. I'm saying the mob might want to silence her.
Yeah.
Hey,
There were photos of her being raped.
are those photos ever come out? Like,
No.
they probably
The photographer.
the photographer said that they were there, and he
that was
told him to burn
yes,
them.
he said
Yeah,
burn them. Yeah.
Frank Sinatra they're probably in his grave.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess the the question is, A, did she kill herself? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
See,
kind of going from there.
See, this is tough because like I can see it both ways. I can see her experiencing so much trauma
yeah.
doing that.
Yeah.
Because like obviously, and she gets to the point where I have no one I can trust,
Mm-hmm.
and it's me against the world.
Yeah.
And I can see
She
that.
doesn't care about the money anymore. She
No,
doesn't care about the fame.
she probably is
doesn't-
sick of
Plus,
it.
when you're on these fucking drugs and you're just out of your mind, and like,
I know.
maybe you just get to a point where you're just so
But also-
depressed, so like just
Yeah.
sick in the head, and you're just fucking.
I can
shit.
see her being sick of the fame too. It's like the fame got me to this point, and this
true.
is a
Yeah,
point that I
yeah.
don't want to be at.
Yeah.
I'm done.
She has failed marriages. She doesn't have a family.
No,
like,
she doesn't have really good friends. But
pretty
dude,
depressing.
Yeah, like what the hell does she have going on? I mean, obviously, okay.
I know.
she's
obviously
got a
she's
nude
famous.
photo shoot that the dude's put pressure on her for.
So true.
God damn it,
Yeah,
like,
she's
But
famous.
she
She's
did-
got money,
But
but
she did plan all these things.
true. But she was
Yeah.
probably under the influence of these barbiturates.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good point.
See, what I actually think, like, there's too many like red flags for me to believe that, like, especially once you got into the ambulance thing, I was like, okay, there's
Yeah.
too many red flags.
How about the night of?
I believe that I don't know who. I think it could easily be the Kennedys. It could easily be the mob people.
Yeah.
But I think that I'm leaning more towards the Kennedys just because I feel like Peter was like planted to keep an eye on her.
Oh yeah.
Shit started getting mad loud. They all knew that she was in cahoots with this guy who was just like shitting her full of drugs.
When they cut her off, she got louder and louder and like
and the
out
fact,
of control.
The fact that she says, I have a lot of good stuff to say about the Kennedys.
Yeah.
I feel Kay and Bobby were, hey, Peter, you scrub. You're doing what we tell you to do. Scoot on over there. You were just with her earlier that day.
Do your job, Peter.
He was just with her earlier that night, and he dropped her off. Dude, I'm telling you, he could have easily went upstairs. He was like, okay, sweetheart, take your pills. She takes them. She's fucking out of it. And then he's like,
yeah, but he's not going to do that
50?
like on his own.
No.
But he's not going to do that on his own. Like
dude,
somebody,
they crush the pills up. If you crush 50 pills up, it's just powder. And you put it in water or something.
Right.
Drink up. And then she's done.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously he's not going to make her.
Crazy.
He's not going to make her eat 50 pills. He's going to crush them up into powder, which makes it like this big. And then you put them in a liquid. It dissolves, and then bam. I mean, so honestly, I feel like she just got to she was at that breaking point, you know?
Yeah.
She was really at the point where she didn't care about her career at that point anymore. Like she had at the point of no return. No one was talking to her. She was being just exiled by all the people she thought were her friends and thought she was close with. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to spill the beans.
Right.
I'm going to spill the tea.
Right.
I'm going to give the tea on the Kennedys. I'm going to give the tea on everybody. And they couldn't have it.
Yeah, well, real quick, what do you think happened that night?
I think Peter Lawfer
The Kennedys.
But he knew something.
He was Peter.
He was part of something.
I think Peter.
Maybe even Bobby showed up.
Dude, I don't
know about that one.
No, I
Really?
think
About
Peter,
Bobby coming in and
I believe Bobby could have been there, but commanded Peter to do it. Because like I don't think the Kennedys.
I mean, we show historically
that
Peter
there.
is always the lackey.
Peter is the dude. That's
what's crazy is Peter is an actor. Like he was a famous in his own right,
dude. But he's the common denominator. Peter is the common denominator in this entire scenario.
That's true.
He's the common denominator between the Kennedys and her.
Yeah,
at all
the marriage,
at all points, he is there. He's fucking there.
Beach house.
The beach. He's always there.
He was in Sinatra's house.
Dude, he's always there.
That's true.
It's like
That's
it's
true.
true.
So if anybody knew anything, it's him.
Dude, he knew. And so that's why I feel like Bobby or Jeff had to call him, dude, shut her the fuck up. I feel like Peter probably like helped her out, whatever, shook her pills. She was already sedated, probably under command of the Kennedys, crushed up all the pills, put them in some liquid, made her drink it, fucking boom. Easy peasy.
Just easier to have her not there.
Well, it's also super hyper believable that because she was already on pills all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Super believable
that she would commit suicide.
It's as easy. It's a real clean cut. It's real clean.
But they fucked up by not leaving any cup. Like, you're not going to take 50 pills dry. So
you'll never. It's impossible.
That was a fuck
God,
up.
I have a hard time taking my vitamin pack. It's like 12 pills.
So this might sound morbid, but if I were to take 10 pills, how do I get to the 30 others that were taken?
That's what I'm saying.
Does it make sense?
No.
Like you take.
Well, it's not instant.
It's not an instant reaction.
I could take 50 pills right now if I wanted to like take some vitamins, let's say. Like
no water.
No. Hell no.
Okay.
No, the dry.
I thought
if you're saying dry, it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah. It's impossible.
It's like eating 6 saltine crackers.
No, it's like eating fucking 3 saltine crackers.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever done that?
It's like eating cinnamon.
Oh. Try eating a
spoonful of cinnamon. You're like,
we're gonna do that later. Oh, it's
impossible.
It's a college thing.
Like it's like eating flour.
It's how many saltines can you eat?
Oh,
with
without
no water,
without gagging.
Yes, honestly, it dries you up. So like on 3.
You're like,
really?
Yeah, it's a horrible. Yeah,
I'll never do that.
Yeah. All right, so you're on board with. You think she was like. There was some sinister stuff.
But I wanna say I can see how with her life situation that would be a possibility. But I personally believe that it's on the more nefarious side.
Okay,
that's my personal belief.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's unbelievable. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I can see it, but I personally believe there was nefarious acts.
Okay.
I mean, he just took all the words out of my mouth too. It's like,
where is that your mouth?
You're on board?
I'm on the same side as Sean. Yeah,
I'm the wind. I'm the wind beneath your wings.
And I don't believe that Bobby was there. I don't know. I just don't buy that.
Too
one.
much.
Yeah.
I don't think
Too much.
Bobby was an AG. He's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would he be there?
I was gonna send Peter.
He's got Peter.
Yeah.
Peter's the fall guy.
He's a lackey.
Peter's the fall guy.
Yeah, he's a
What
super
threw me
lackey.
off was the ambulance thing. Like
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
that threw me off. But that's only one guy. Like the
But they're-
owner of the
they're
ambulance
also-
saying that they
they're-
brought her back. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
There's also the concept of covering something up.
yeah.
And like it's in that moment and you're like, I don't know what to do.
Call the ambulance.
Yeah,
No,
go back.
Tell
Get-
him.
go.
Fucking
There.
That was a
Yeah,
mistake.
like,
You don't know
anybody else, fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got Marilyn Monroe in,
Yes.
in your ambulance. What the
Yeah.
fuck? What do I do?
Yeah, that's true.
But I still don't believe him. No,
No.
That
No?
threw me. That did throw me off. But I don't believe that. I think it
Yeah.
was just the Kennedys trying
You
to
think
sound.
the Kennedys? That's
Yeah.
the one.
And the
Yeah.
fact that Eunice was still there. She said be gone by the end of the day.
Well, she was definitely in on it.
Yeah.
She was
Dude,
definitely
Eunice
in
That
on it.
was
does.
a plant.
You know what's crazy though is that if that were true, it does give you a whole new picture on the Kennedys as a whole, doesn't it?
Oh, dude, I used to think the
'Cause
Kennedys were America's sweetheart. The Kennedys are the worst. They're actually the worst.
I know, but they have such good qualities too.
What are the good qualities?
It's all about leading our nation and
Oh,
becoming a
that's
better
just a
nation.
Politician. Come
no,
on
I
now.
know, but I mean, like
This is what we
becoming
call-
better
this is what
and
we call-
going to the moon and
Okay,
giving back the
No,
responsibility to
Eric,
America. Yeah,
Eric,
I
how
don't
about
know,
this?
You know what I mean?
Here. Eric, imagine
you
me.
got sold by a
Just-
politician. Let's just say that.
Eric, just take me. We're already going to the moon. It's not like JFK didn't fucking create a rocket to go to the moon.
He did.
That's right.
He did. He was the.
Okay, here's
the
what
mitzvah
happened.
of it.
No, he wasn't the mitzvah. He had a good speechwriter and he had a transatlantic
Exactly.
accent. That's all it was. It's not what you can do for your
It's not
country.
transelect.
He just had a good voice.
I know it's Boston. I know.
I hear
Transatlantic
you. I hear you.
is the
I
other.
hear you. I guess I was just saying that it kind of just is a bummer.
It's a super
Yeah.
bummer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Because you
used to-
take it and you go, this is the real life.
I literally had a conversation with Eric the other day,
Yeah.
and I was man, like, I would totally be a Democrat back in JFK days
Yeah,
because he
back
was
in the
like the
days.
man, like
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
change, like
Yeah.
really like the way
I don't know.
he had two mistresses.
Yeah.
How can you
he
trust
had-
this guy?
He must have
He
had
had
so
to have
many.
more. He had
Oh,
to have
yeah.
more.
For sure.
Like poor Jackie.
Come on now.
Like how can you? How
I
are
know.
these people our heroes? How are these? And we wonder why the divorce
Daddy
rates are
Joe
so
said-
high.
hero.
But these
Da-
are our heroes.
but-
Like,
Eric's hero. I don't know.
But Daddy Joe said to sleep with everybody.
I know with Daddy Joe. I've been saying
I know,
this,
but
since
you know what's
day
crazy
one.
is
He's a piece of shit.
You
You know what's
have to
crazy
say
is
that.
that we also just did Chappaquiddick, and
And I was like,
it's
Daddy
another
Joe's a
Kennedy.
piece of shit.
It's another. It's not even the same Kennedy.
The whole family's a
It's
conspiracy.
crazy.
They're all aliens.
Yes. What is happening with
We
the
got
Kennedys?
like 15 episodes
I
just on the
know.
whole family.
Almost our entire podcast
Crazy.
is the Kennedys.
Honestly,
I'm pretty sure the Kennedys built the pyramids.
it's insane. All right. Well,
Eric, what do you believe? You haven't
I hate to
fucking
say it.
weighed in.
I hate to say it.
Eric's
I-
like, she committed suicide.
no, I hate to say it, but I kind of am with you.
Oh my God.
Ah!
This is the first. This is the
Honestly,
first.
like
folks.
I've done all the
Say it again.
things, and I'm kind of with you guys. I think this is fucked up. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I
It's
think.
too fucked up.
I think maybe okay, there is a possibility in my mind that they killed her, not like literally killed her, but they essentially
they
pushed her to this?
yeah, they
pushed her
fucking-
to it.
They were brothers banging her,
That's fucked.
and then they took her to this Frank Sinatra
Dude,
bullshit.
that part
drugged
was just like-
her, raped her. You know
took
what I mean?
photos?
Yes,
Like that? It took the photos?
And even
Wait,
if
so
they
are you-
didn't do it exactly, they allowed it.
Well, they
Yeah.
were like, even if they didn't do it intent, like they
Yes.
they were complicit.
Yes.
They were complicit.
So
yeah.
even
in
if
her.
they didn't pull the trigger or stuff it down
They
her mouth,
caused her to
I
die.
actually am
They
on board
caused
with
her
like,
to die.
hey, you yes.
That they were a cause.
You
Okay,
and
but,
caused
but
her
you're
to
not
die.
saying that they
He's saying
like
even if they didn't,
orchestrated the
even
whole
if they
thing.
didn't-
Like,
even if they didn't do
shove
that-
the pills down her mouth that night,
okay.
they still
fucked
are.
her-
They still are
they
responsible.
fucked her up so
Wait,
bad.
so you just think she locked herself in a room and what?
Not
Fucking
necessarily.
He's saying both. He's
I'm
saying
just saying both.
He's
I'm
saying
just saying
both.
the
fine.
odds are
Okay,
the-
fine.
either way you look at
Either
it.
the Kennedys are responsible.
Yeah, either way
yeah,
you
but
look
we already
at
said that, but
Yeah.
I'm just clarifying. So
Yeah.
you don't. So
I
you
just
think you're on board with us, like you said. Okay,
It's the first. This is probably
Yeah,
the only time it's
yeah.
ever happened.
I know.
This is a moment in history.
it.
Eric is
And
gonna
I
prove it.
actually am more inclined to believe that she didn't kill herself too.
Dude, There's too
that
much
she
weird
didn't
shit.
kill herself.
Yeah.
they killed her.
I just started off with that saying, if she did kill herself, I still believe that they are
No, for sure.
Right.
they are liable for what happened to her because
Right.
It is a
fucking-
It is
they
a
abused
possibility.
her, essentially. They
No, they
abused her.
100%
Yeah.
did.
So then,
And then they dumped her off like she was
Yeah.
trash.
Yes.
Stop calling.
Yes.
Like, leave her alone. We're
Right?
we're married. like, okay, guys. Like,
meanwhile, Bobby's got like 9 children.
I know,
Anyways.
it's like fuck.
But then, okay, so then moving on to the actual night of her death. I like her so much that I think that she wanted to live.
Dude, I think she just
Does that make sense?
I think she wanted to live. I think she just didn't like her situation.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
think she wanted
Yeah.
to die. I just think she didn't know what else to do, and she had no one else to turn to. So she was, I'll just get high and like pass out.
Yeah.
I don't think she was, I want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe if she was, and this is a scenario I could see. She got high.
That's what I'm saying. I think she got
Yeah.
high, like
She
for
got
sure.
high, and then nefarious people maybe came in where she's
Yeah,
high.
drip,
this
drip,
is our
drop.
chance. She's with toast.
They're probably like, Marilyn, you wake, hey, Marilyn.
Yeah. Okay, let's push it to the next level. You know what I mean?
Wait, so
Because
if she's
I
passed out, how do they make her drink 50 pills?
Just liquid, you crush it up, put it in a liquid, pour it in her mouth.
But she's passed out.
You still breathe.
Oh, I know it doesn't make sense because how does she get 50 pills in her in the first place?
Dude, by crushing them, like, how many times have
No,
this?
this
she's passed
mystery won't
out.
go away.
You're not gonna make
Dude,
her drink
Have you ever taken care of a, have you ever,
50 pills if you're
50.
passed out.
Even if it's 40.
all right. Have you ever taken care of a really, really drunk person?
Yes.
And have you ever made them drink water?
But passed out is different.
No, it's
Passed out
not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you're passed out, you're passed out. Like you're out. You're
All right.
not
Listen,
drunk
you're
anymore.
just-
You're out.
You're just a big lump of
I have
body.
taken care of drunken people, like literally to the point of like unconsciousness. Pick them up, made them drink water. Ugh, it's like dribbling down their mouth, but they still fucking drink it, and then they fucking drop back down. They don't remember shit. They're like, "What happened last night?"
That's
and I'm
true,
like,
that's true.
"What?
I mean,
You don't remember?
yeah.
Puked all over my bed.
Yeah,
you
there's
did
a
this."
point where
And
you
they're
could
like, "What?"
you could make them drink
could.
water.
Oh,
That's
for
true.
sure. You
That's
pick
true.
them up, and it's gonna dribble down, but their body is shit's in
Yeah,
my
like,
mouth. Swallow it.
Drink this. You need to drink this.
I
Like,
know.
yeah.
It's totally possible.
It's possible. For
But
sure.
overall, from what I've heard on her interviews and all that stuff, I feel like she wanted to live.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I
Do you
fully
know what I
agree.
mean? So, I don't mean to be maybe ignorant on suicide. You know what I mean? Where like some
I
people
don't
were,
know. I
where
really
maybe
don't
some
know.
people think or like on the outside
They
that they
appear,
look.
the appearances that like they're
I don't
happy.
want to be
and,
like that guy where I'm like, oh, I know, because I don't know. But
we're allowed an opinion though.
but
Like your
yes,
opinion
but
is that
Marilyn seemed like she wanted to live more.
I agree.
So it's confusing to me that she would kill herself.
Kill herself. Yeah.
Yeah,
So then you lean more towards
that's right.
on our
more
side.
than nefarious.
Yeah, that's right.
The
That's right.
nefarious.
That's right.
We would love
So
to
there you
fucking
go.
hear what
Yeah.
you think.
Yeah.
There it
If
is.
you think we're idiots, if you have any additional information to provide, if you
Yeah.
have other stuff that we should have added, we'll do an addendum. We'll add it into the podcast for you.
Oh yeah, we hear all the time from people.
We did it.
We've done it before.
Dude, we
do it
added
again.
it. We added it in on the Freemasons. We had Masons reach out. We added that shit in there because they
That's
were
right.
they have the inside scoop. We don't.
That's right.
So what's the email?
Info@theconspiracypodcast.com. And just so you know, coming weeks, we will have all of our transcripts, all of our episodes, all of that on theconspiracypodcast.com.
That's right.
You'll be able to see. You'll be
that's
able to
right.
go there. We'll put some pictures of our faces so you know what we look like.
Well, maybe.
we might they may be blurred out.
I don't know. But we love you, Marilyn.
No, seriously, Marilyn. I
Tribute to her.
I feel for her.
That was yeah.
Like it's such
Some
a
dark
star
stuff
that
there,
burns
yeah?
so bright, and all these assholes just trying to do weird shit. It's not fair.
Learned a lot about Norma Jean
Yeah, right?
during these 2 episodes.
Seriously, and if my daughter ever gets famous, I'm quitting my job and I'm gonna
You're like private
dude.
security.
I'm living in the house.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna be screening all the calls. I'm sorry, never gonna happen.
Yes.
Not gonna happen. I refuse.
Yeah.
Oh, Marilyn.
All right. Well, she was killed.
Yeah,
I think
this.
we all agree.
I think we all agree. I think we all agree. She was
I think
killed.
that, yeah.
No suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
See you guys next week.
Yeah. Good chatting. We'll catch you next week. We got a couple good episodes coming up on O.J. Simpson.
Oh, yeah.
Pizzagate is coming up.
Pizzagates. We got a bunch. We got quite a few on the horizon.
Yeah. So check us out. Share, love. Give us all the love.
All the love.
Like,
We need the
comment,
love.
share, subscribe, all those things.
And as my good friend once said, nighty night.
So stupid. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the show. If you want to reach out to us, please email us at info@theconspiracypodcast.com. You can check us out on Instagram at @conspiracypodcast. Also, don't forget to subscribe. You can catch a new podcast almost every week. Just hit the little subscribe button at the top. It's a plus sign. We love show ideas, corrections, hate mail. Thanks a bunch.